What's up, guys? Andrew C. Bailey here. Want to talk to you about how to get rid of self-limiting beliefs so that you can live your best life while you're here, so that you can not have to live in stress, not have to live in worry, not have to live in overwhelm, and in turn you can live in calmness, peace, joy, love. How about tranquility? So I'm going to get some drink here, and then we're going to talk about how to get rid of any self-limiting belief that you have that may be bogging you down. What's up, Violet? How are you? So we're going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to get some water. People are logging on. What's up, Lori? What's up, Ari? I'm giving you guys a wave. What's going on? Holler out in the comments. Tell me where you're calling in from or dialing in from. I'd love to hear it. What's up, Shay? How you doing? Violet's giving me a wave back. Hi. What's up, Dorina? What is up? We're going to be talking about how to get rid of self-limiting beliefs. What's up, Ari? Lori, what is up? Self-limiting beliefs. How do you get rid of them? What are they? Why is it important to get rid of them forever? Going to be talking about that in a second. Violet's in Houston, Texas. Houston, Texas. Bobby, what's up? How you doing, sweetheart? We're going to be talking about how to get rid of those little pesky self-limiting beliefs. I knew people would be logging on for this one. People want to know, how do I get rid of these gosh dang damn motherfuckers forever? Okay, we're going to be going over that in a second. All right. Lori's in Long Island. You know, I want to come to Long Island. What's the best thing on Long Island? I bet they have some good pizza there. I bet Long Island's got some hidden gems in there. Bobby's from Yorkton, Saskatchewan. Holy shit. Is that in Canada? Is Canada? Yeah, I think that's Canada. Canada. I've only been to Calgary. Can you believe it? Calgary, Canada. So I want to go to Saskatchewan, and I'm going to be hanging out with Lori in Long Island once she gives me the invite. And Violet, I'm coming down to Houston. You best be ready. But we're going to be talking about self-limiting beliefs here. Ready? Come on, Andy. Get into it. So a belief. Let's define what a belief is. What's up, Yvette? A belief is nothing more than a thought that you believe is true, that you have a strong belief in. Okay, a thought. It's just a thought in your mind that you believe is true. You have the truth stamp on it. Also, Tony Robbins defines it as a belief is a feeling of certainty about what something means. So it's a feeling, and I'm certain that that's true. Okay, but I like to think of a belief as just a thought that you have a truth stamp on it. That's all it is. Thought is thought. Okay. But you think you're like convinced that it's true. So you got to understand that you have the power to believe anything. You have to understand also that beliefs are very changeable. They're very malleable. You can change them. You can swap them like dresses. So ladies out there, if you've got some dresses, you got like, let's say you have 10 dresses, you can just change them out. Okay. People think that beliefs, literally like beliefs, are permanent, that once you have beliefs, you can't change them. It's a lie. Okay, it's a lie. Bobby, I lived in Calgary before too. Have you ever went to the Stampede? Okay, so self-limiting beliefs. When I'm working with clients, and I've done that for 11 years, thousands of people working with clients, I have to figure out what's stopping this person from going from point A, where they want to be, to point B, where their dream is achieved. And I got to find out what are the self-limiting beliefs that they have. For example, if you want to be, let's say, a rock star, and you want to be up on stage, and you're not doing that, what's the belief system? What must you believe to not be putting yourself out there? You want to write that down. To identify a belief, you have to ask, what must I believe not to be putting myself out there? Or what must I believe about... So let me give you an example. Let's back up. Beep, beep, beep. Let's back up here. So the best way to find out your beliefs is to look at the actions you're actually taking. What is the behavior? And then you can backwards engineer, or you can backwards find out what your belief system is. So if you're a rock star and you're not getting up on stage, you look at your behavior, you look at the actions and say, well, I'm not actually scheduling the show. I'm not actually up on stage. So then you say, what must I believe to not be getting up on stage? Well, I must believe that I'm no good, or I must believe that I'm not ready, or I must believe that criticism is not something I can handle, or I must believe that, and it's on and on and on, and you can list it out. So it's you first, before you change a belief, you got to know how to actually identify it. That's one easy way to do it. The other way to identify a self-limiting belief is to, let's get into the relationship, because I did relationship coaching for a long time. I would have people take out a piece of paper, and on the top of it, let's say I was coaching a woman and she would put men are ... And then just stream of consciousness, just write out everything that comes out of your mind. Don't overthink it. Just flow it out. And they would have like, men are beautiful, men are sexy, I love the smell of a good man. And then men are pigs, and men have betrayed me, and I don't trust men, and they've hurt me in the past, and I'm afraid to be hurt again. And then, so you hear those two kinds of, you have positive beliefs which work for you, or empowering beliefs that you love, like love men, but then there's like this, I don't want to be hurt, I've been hurt in the past. So you have contradictory beliefs butting heads, and they can get you stuck. They can get you not taking action. They can get you attracting the wrong person, because each belief has a unique energy signature behind it. And you attract usually whatever is compatible with your current belief systems. So if you're not getting what you're wanting, take a look at your belief systems. Okay, if you believe that, imagine this, there's two different people. Imagine I believe that the world is a fun playground and it's a game. Life is a game, let's say. Life is a game. And you believe that life is a fight for struggle. And it's dog eat dog. And you got to make sure that you get your own. We're going to have a totally different, from those lenses, those beliefs, we're going to have a totally different experience of this world, of planet Earth. All because we have one different fundamental belief system. What's up, Jacqueline?
Yo.
Doing a Facebook Live here on limiting beliefs. We have totally different beliefs about what life is. Life is what? So you want to think, guys. What's up, Leanna and Connor? Put in the comments, if you could. Somebody put in the comments, what do you believe life is? Life is what? What do you currently believe? Not what do you want to believe, but what do you currently believe about life? Is life a struggle? Is life a fun playground? Is life a garden? Is life a game? That one belief will totally color your entire reality. Okay? What about success? Success is blank. So if you believe that success is when I get the house, when I get the Lamborghini or Ferrari, when I get the picket fence, when I get the kids, when I get all this stuff together, the American dream, that's what success is. And then you don't have that, and you're constantly looking at, you don't have it, you're in lack, because your belief system says, I got to have all this stuff to be happy, to feel successful, you're going to be miserable. But if you have success is just me waking up and is my heart still beating, that's success. You're going to find happiness a lot faster. Okay, you're going to have you're going to have a totally different experience of reality. Bobby, life is what you make it. Okay, so is that your current belief? Life is what you make it. And life is what you make it because you are the creator of your own experience here. You are the painter that paints the canvas. And if you don't like what's on the canvas, get some white paint and paint over it, or get a new canvas. Robert, what's up, man? So we all have self-limiting beliefs, unless you're maybe an enlightened master. And we must investigate, what are those beliefs? And are they disempowering or they're empowering? Okay, are they disempowering or are they empowering us? If they're disempowering us, then we've got to get rid of them, because if we don't, they limit us. So what are your self-limiting beliefs? Does anybody know what a self-limiting belief they have is? And then I'm going to give you another way on how to get rid of a self-limiting belief. What's a belief that you know you have that is not serving you? What is a belief that you currently have, that is not serving you? And think about that. So the way you can get rid of a belief, and I teach this to all my clients, is you got to make that belief nonsensical, which means it doesn't make sense. And the brain, once you can, your brain understands and sees that a belief is nonsensical, it doesn't make sense, and it's not good for survival, because the brain is all about trying to get you to survive, then the belief will automatically drop off immediately. And so if you can figure out what your belief is, the disempowering belief, and then say, does this make sense? Is this in alignment with my higher vision? Is this in alignment with my goals? Is this good for my survival? And you start inquiry on that. It's called self-inquiry. And you find out and make sure that it's nonsensical, meaning it doesn't make sense, then your brain will automatically drop it. Okay. Bobby says, if you let negative or depression in, then it brings you down. When you put your focus on growing your business and helping others, then that's what life gives you. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, if you got to check your focus. Where you focus? Where you focus? Are you focused on what you don't have? Are you focused on lack? Are you focused on using the language of I'm depressed? A lot of people use that, man. Once you've latched onto the belief that you're depressed, you're going to play out that story. Okay? I'd rather say I'm a little bit down. It's a totally different experience. Violet, I'm not enough. I'm going to challenge that. Why are you not enough? Can you show me that you're not enough? Can you prove to me that you're not enough on this live stream? Can you prove to me you're not enough? Not enough for what? Not enough for men, not enough for a career, not enough for you, not enough for the moon, the sun, the Holy Ghost. Not enough for what? Okay? Because let's get rid of that one, because that one is like everybody feels, almost everybody has that belief, I'm not enough. Bobby, I've hit my lowest low, and I've never, well, good news is you've hit your lowest low, because now it's up from here. And I'm never going back there. I used to let my dad's opinion about my business affect me and give up on my ideas, but I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah, your father, love him to death. Your dad, love him to death, but this is your life, not his. And he probably doesn't, and ask, what must he believe to be saying what he says to me? What belief system is he governed under? And then once you can find that out, you don't even have to ask him. You can just say, you can ask that yourself. What must he believe to be saying what he's saying about my business? And then maybe you can have a little more compassion for him, because you put yourself in his shoes automatically. And good stuff, guys. Babe, could you get me the charger? Fear holds me back, Lori. Fear holds me back. Okay, so fear of what? So you gave me a great starter, but we need to actually go deeper to find the actual self-limiting belief that you have. I love it. Thanks for the participation. Fear holds me back. Holds you back from what? And what's the fear? Bobby, I used to believe I was unlovable, but my pets sure love me, and so do my clients. Absolutely. And I love you too. I love you. And we haven't ever talked, except on live streams. But I love you because you are me. We're all one. Because we're all energy. Hold on. I got to get some charge on this old machine. Okay, guys, so we're talking about self-limiting beliefs here. What is the belief that you have that's most holding you back from achieving success in your life? You know, you might have never come up with it. You might know what it is. Pop it in the comments if you're bold, if you're brave. We're waiting for Lori. We're waiting for you. What's the fear that holds you back? No judgment here. No judgment here. When I was 16 and I started playing in rock bands and punk bands, I had the bassist, one of my friends, love him to death, still do. He said, Andy, you're not good looking enough to be the lead singer. And I had like this bowl cut. And so I believed him. And so then under that belief system, I went out and tried to find the best looking guy in school. And I was like, hopefully he can sing. And so that belief equals behavior. Write that down. Whatever you believe, you will use that. You will behave congruent to that belief. So, yeah, and your pets, Bobby, dude, I don't think they even have beliefs. They just project love because they are love. I mean, we all are love at our core. We are love. And pets are the best spiritual teachers you could ever have, because especially like dogs and cats, because they project such love, because they project that without abandon. Lori, moving out of my comfort zone because I have a lot of self-doubt in my abilities. Yes, abilities. So what abilities? What abilities do you have self-doubt around? What do you believe you're not good enough as? What do you believe that, what must you believe to be not moving out of your comfort zone? What must you believe to have self-doubt in your abilities? What must you believe about yourself to have doubt in your abilities? It's a great conversation because it's relevant to entire humanity. Bobby, I tried to nap today. My kitten kept kissing me, and my dog kept snuggling. Absolutely. I love them. It's one of the best things about planet Earth, I swear, for me, is the cats and the dogs. I mean, yeah, I love them. Cuddle, cuddle. So self-limiting beliefs. Remember, a belief is an idea or a thought that you've decided is true. You decided that it was true, usually because most people are unconscious, meaning they're not actually consciously choosing their beliefs in life. They're not consciously choosing their actions. They're driven from programming that they got when they were a little kid or when they were a teen or a young adult. And then they're trapped in that programming for the rest of their life. And there's a lot of stats out there in science now coming out that says that from the age of, you get to be 30 to 35 and you've already formed all your belief systems, and you actually don't evolve past that because you don't even know that they're there. And most people aren't interested even knowing they're there. And so they die when they're 35, and they could even live to 80, 90, 100, and they didn't evolve. And what a shame, because to me, one of my number one values is spiritual evolution. Beautiful moon out tonight too, guys. And so you got to investigate. Give yourself a gift by identifying all your self-limiting beliefs, the ones that are disempowering you from moving forward. Because if you don't, what's the quality of your life? It's going to be lower than it could be. You're not going to reach your full potential, whatever that is. Lori, I guess also not good enough from exactly what you said, old programming. Yeah. I'm going to say something about that too that'll be of great value to all of you. So if you live in America or perhaps even Canada, you're drilled into you from birth a sense that you're already in lack. And there's no true lack. There's abundance all around us. You're more abundant than you've ever been. Abundance is actually our true nature, but we've picked up self-limiting beliefs. And so you've grown up in a culture that has told you that you have to get a bunch of things, you have to achieve a bunch of things for you to be worthy. Okay? And in the school systems, you've been taught to climb a ladder from kindergarten all the way up to 12th grade, and then college, and then, master's degree and PhD, and then you're worthy, right? So you've been taught to constantly be in a state of feeling like you're like you're not there, like everything's off in the distance. Your dreams, your desires are off in the distance, and I got to add a lot of time. And it's such an illusion, because that's not where happiness comes from. Happiness comes from connecting with your true self, your true nature. And it has nothing to do with any of that external stuff. If you've noticed, you've gotten stuff in the past that you thought, if you've got it, I'll be happy. If I get that, I'll be happy. And you've achieved it. And the novelty was awesome in the beginning, but then that wore off. Like you get a new car and you're like, yay! And you love it for a couple weeks, but then what happens? It just becomes old hat. Lori, yes. So we've been programmed from day one to believe that we're in a state of lack. I got to get the car, man, because if I get the car, I'm going to get the girls. So I don't have the car right now. And if I don't have the car, I can't get the girls. The way the car is the girls. And right? Or women, there's a lot of women who, think about this. Little girls are taught to play with dolls. They're taught to play wedding. They're taught to play dollhouse. Men are taught to play or boys are taught to play with G.I. Joes and shoot guns and Nerf stuff. Why is that? Well, if you're a little girl that plays with the wedding stuff, like you play wedding, you're going to be programmed to want to, you have a desire in you from childhood to fulfill that blueprint of, oh, I got to get married. And the man is getting prepared for war. And they're not thinking about weddings and stuff like that, hardly at all. I'm talking about in general, guys. There are some men that do love weddings and stuff like that. Bobby, yes, so true. That's a bad state to be in. Yes. So self-limiting beliefs is getting dark here. You got to get rid of them. You got to get rid of them because they're almost all of them, if not all of them, are actually illusions. How's that so? Because when you go into deep meditation, when you start getting into spirituality, and you don't get caught up in the traps of spirituality, we're not going to get into that, and you sit in silence, you can discover who you truly are. And that's an experience that I can't describe with English language. It's impossible. With a made-up language, I cannot tell you who you truly are. You're not a belief, by the way. You can't be a belief. You can use beliefs. So what do you use beliefs for? You use beliefs to manifest. Beliefs, if your brain was like a radio, how you tune into different channels, different realities, is through your chosen belief systems. The issue is nobody's choosing their beliefs because they don't know what a belief is. They don't know how to change them or why they even exist. There's no awareness of it. Okay, but you want to think of, if you think of your mind as a radio, and the channels are already out there, all the existing realities are already out there, you pick and choose your certain beliefs and dial into the frequency or the channel, and you receive the channel. Guys, this is deep stuff, but it's how reality works. You can tune into different channels. Right now, let's say I told you that I heard some violence in back of me, and I said, oh my gosh, guys, the guy's running around with a gun. There's a guy in the parking lot with a gun. And if you guys accepted what I just said and you believed it's true, now you're going to experience, oh my gosh, I hope he's safe, or this is really interesting. You're going to literally believe it. Lori says, programmed to believe I'll be taken care of by my husband. Not empowered to know I can take care of me and be successful in my own right. Yes. So many people have that. The man is the provider, and the woman, does the house chores and stuff like that. That's been programmed into a lot of people. And you have to decide, do you want to live in that paradigm? Do you want to live in that belief system, or do you want to divorce it because it's no longer valid and relevant to you? And you want to just say, you know what? Okay, I'm not going to feel bad about that belief system. I'm not going to demonize it. It's a reality that I can subscribe to, but it's not working for me. I decide that I'm a powerful woman. I decide that I'm going to start speaking my truth. I'm deciding that life's a playground and life is fun, and I'm taking control of my life. And from this day forward, I'm tuning into the frequency, to the channel that I'm unlimited. I'm powerful. It's a decision, guys. And it's good news. Isn't it good news that we can change our beliefs? It's really good news. And that we're not stuck being like this person you thought you were. Jacqueline, could you get me some more light in here? The light, the dying of the light.
I don't think we have any.
Just one of those little ones. So, okay, guys, I'm gonna check out here in a second, but Lori, thanks, great. Love that. Thank you. Okay, guys. So bottom line, make sure that you know what a belief is, know that they're holding you back or they're helping you, and do what you got to do to make sure that you strip away all the self-limiting beliefs that you have, the disempowering ones, so that you can live your best life. All right, guys. Andrew C. Bailey out.